Morning, everyone, and welcome to Natique in Elk Grove, California, and NatiqueYarns.com, coming to you live on a sunny summer Wednesday.
Yes.
I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know what day of the week it is. I wanted to say sunny summer Saturday because that sounds more fun, and I'm like, well, I know it's not Saturday, so what day is it now? Like, my brain doesn't know what day it is. It's true every day, so.
It's a day that ends in Y, and we get to play with yarn, which begins with Y, so.
It's like my brain already has the mentality of a retired person where knowing what day of the week of it doesn't matter, except for it matters, so it needs to knock that off. Like, I have commitments, like a job, that require me to show up on specific days of the week, so my brain really needs to figure this one out. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Okay, we have a very fun video for you this morning, and we will start off with our usual. For those who are new, you don't know what our usual is. We have an amazing grand prize. I don't even think, can it even get all fit into one?
I got it.
Thing.
Okay, almost. There we go.
Amazing grand prize that we give away every month. We started doing it monthly so we could give away a bigger and betterer grand prize. So we have 3 skeins of the Concept by Katia Summer Tweed Degrade, which is a hemp blend. It is very soft. It has this beautiful ombre color pattern to it. We also have it in solids, but the prize is 3 skeins of the beautiful ombre in color 101. We do have lots of this color in stock because we knew if we talk about this color for a month, people are going to want it, so we made sure we have plenty. It comes in a beautiful, shiny leopard print project bag. 2 of the 3 will fit in there. And then that project bag comes with one of our World of Imagination stitch markers. That only comes with the bag, so if you're a stitch marker collector, I mean, you might as well collect one more project bag while you're at it. This one's great for small projects. I love it because you have the little wristlet strap, so you can easily carry it if you're like running into the doctor's office. You could even have your little mini minder in here to where it's all ready to go, but it's very portable to have this particular bag, and it holds small projects like cowls. Amazing.
I can actually fit a full skein of fingering and most of a knitted shawl. Pretty much the whole knitted shawl in there while I'm working on it.
Yeah, like, it holds a lot for a cute little bag. And it's a cute little bag. So you'll get the 3 skeins, the project bag with marker. Make stuff as I go. 3 patterns that pair with the yarn. Sunset in the Desert, which is kind of a triangular basket weave-esque cowl. It pairs really well with self-striping yarns because you just get this beautiful texture with your color changes. Then we have a super easy top. This is the Superposition sweater. It is sleeveless, so the gray that you're seeing is actually my long sleeve shirt underneath the sweater. It is 3 stockinette stitch panels, so nothing hard about this one, and it is a perfect project for learning to seam because all you have to do is make 3 panels and sew them together, and voila, you have a sweater. There's a tiny bit of finishing, but pretty much voila, you have a sweater. It's like 95% done at that point. And the prize has enough yarn for the smallest size, and we do have more, so if you're like, ooh, well, I'm not quite a 40, I'm going to need a 44. We have the additional yarn you would need to build up to that one. And then last but not least, we have Tablon Cowl, which is a ridiculously easy and fun and fast variation on Fisherman's Rib. It is done as a seed stitch, so you get really fun texture that is reversible. You can see both sides of the fabric right there. They look slightly different, but not enough to be like, oh, that's the back. Then we have some fun extras, because who doesn't need fun extras? The adorable I'm the Rainbow Sheep of the Family socks from Primitives by Kathy. We do have these in stock as well, so if you know someone who desperately needs some rainbow sheep socks, which I'm sure you do, because everybody should have rainbow sheep socks. Because they're adorable.
Rainbows and sheeps.
Right? Like, who doesn't want a rainbow sheep? It's basically Lisa Frank as a sheep.
Sheep is one of those same for singular and plural, isn't it?
Yep.
How
There's
cute.
other little sheep on the feet. This one's eating grass. So you get a pair of super fun socks, and then you get our Class Supplies tin and the Teak Peep sticker in that gorgeous glitter. There's a tape measure, and then inside the tin are small and large of our iridescent rainbow ring markers, folding scissors, locking stitch markers in a complete rainbow, and you can kind of see a tapestry needle right there. Because as discussed yesterday, the furniture eats the tapestry needles.
And the markers.
Yeah, those two.
It tried to eat my tape measure once, my recliner. I'm like, no.
Sorry, that was probably really loud. I did not mean to drop that. I got slippery fingers. Gotta put it all back pretty. I'll make it pretty afterwards. It's moderately pretty for now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, moderately pretty now, pretty later. Okay, and before I move on to the daily prize, I guess I should tell you how you get entered to win the grand prize. I just got excited and started talking about all the stuff. So to get entered in the grand prize, it's every time you make a purchase during the month of June. It is cumulative, so the more times you purchase, the more entries you get. And it includes all purchases made here in the boutique, online at natiqueyarns.com, and even over the phone with us. And then on Saturday, July 1st, we will draw to see who the lucky winner is.
Oh, Tony Hendrickson, awesome. We have noticed.
Yes, now is the time to start thinking about holiday gifts, as Tony mentioned in her comment, because if you wait till November, I know this from experience, you will be very stressed out, potentially pull your hair out, and the gift may not turn out as nice as you want. And then you may have to bite your tongue really, really, really hard when the scarf you made for your... They open it. This person skis, so I thought they would like a scarf to go skiing. And they open it and say, "Oh, what a great table runner, I can use this at Easter." So you're so stressed out that you're like, "I'm going to kill them. And then, thankfully, I was not quite at the point of snapping. I had not stayed up that late the night before finishing it and wrapping it. So I did not say anything and just reminded myself, at least they like it. They like it for the wrong purpose.
But they like it.
They like it. So chill out. So do not wait till the last minute. I was literally up till like 3 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
That. I had to put a backing on it because the embroidery showed, because I did duplicate stitch. Like, it just...
We lost the sound for some.
Huh.
On and off again?
I know it was just one person yesterday, so I'm hoping that maybe the rest of you guys can hear me. If I see multiple comments, then I'll worry about it. But otherwise, I think it might just be...
It's not
a one-person thing. Oh yeah, Kate said she can hear. So
okay.
I'm going to reply to Roxanne and say...
Refresh. Oh, Nancy can hear now. It might have been a flicker. Wake up, speaker. Show us some colors.
It's working because people are saying they can hear me. So
okay.
I don't know what's wrong with technology other than it's technology, and what can I do about it? They're saying I can hear but low, which is weird because the thing only has one volume for picking up stuff. How's my little green bar down there?
I got nothing. Does it go off when that's working?
Let me just try turning it off and back on again.
Yeah, while she fiddles with that, we'll look at the class tin. So if you don't want to wait and hope you win the prize,
Get the chandelier glare off it. Quick look at everything in it again.
Okay, well, it's lighting up like it can hear us, so I'm hoping that that means that we are back to the speaker acknowledging us. I don't know, there's probably something wrong with signal and the Bluetooth disconnected.
I got microphone blippies now.
Okay, good. Yay! Okay, moving on. Daily prize. So, we have a very fun one. I'm accidentally on an Alexandra theme this week, I guess.
Apparently.
This is a generous donation from Alexandra, the Art of Yarn. It is a beautiful skein of her DK weight in a gorgeous melon colorway, paired with our cowl pattern Cherry Drop. This one can be done with 2 different yarns, like as shown. We have beaded silk and sequins and Merino Cloud, or it can be done all in one color, as we'll work with the included prize. This one is really easy. Rounds of just knit, knit, knit. You have a purl round, you have a round where you wrap the stitches twice, and then you have a round where you drop the extra wraps. Repeat. Very easy therapeutic project that goes super fast.
Question of can they buy it?
I think this was one of her colors that she discontinued. So I'm going to say if you're interested, send us an email. And then we will find out, because I don't think so, but I don't want to just hard say no in case I'm wrong.
So Seal, Rock, and Melon, send your message to hello@natiqueyarns.com. The pattern is Cherry Drop. It is available on Ravelry. Cherry Drop, Nancy.
Super fun and fast. You could easily do this in like a weekend.
For sure.
Okay, and how you get entered into the daily drawing is by interacting with the video. So if you, hold on, gotta fix my little tab. If you react to the video with any of the lovely bubbles, I'm gonna go slow because
nope.
Oh, apparently even going slow, I get in trouble. So.
Maybe it's just the number of them.
Quantity.
I haven't read the message, but yeah, maybe.
It doesn't really say. It just says you go against our community standards. And I'm like, your community standards of showing love are very slim, my friends.
It's our own page. We can do that.
Like, I can love all I want. Thank you very much. Stop telling me I can't love. Technology. So every reaction will get you 1 entry until it doesn't let you anymore.
Right.
Then every comment will get you 5 entries. And then every share to your stories, to your friends, you can send it to someone in Messenger. You just have to write a comment of shared to and where, and then that's going to get you 11 entries per share. Yep, lots and lots of chances to win if you do all of the interacting with the video, and you basically have until like an hour before the next day's video to get your entries. So then we come over the next day. So your entries right now are going into tomorrow's drawing, and we go to our handy dandy comment picker and see who the lucky winner is.
Lena Sharp, congratulations. You and your lovely daughter are local. Mm-hmm. She's so fun when she comes in. She wants to sit on the pink chairs and hang out. Next time you come in, let us know you have a prize, and we'll get it from the cabinet for you. If you can't make it in, next time you make a purchase, let us know you have a prize, and we will get it from the cabinet again and mail it with your package. I lost my words for a minute. We still have some pretty cute pens. Let's see, this one, that one goes in our thingy.
I try not to leave one open because that
show. If you take, I had a question the other day. If you take this little cap off, it will light up our name.
It's like the perfect pen for keeping little kids busy because the clicking is the part that they do, not twisting to get the pen out.
So it's a twisty open.
So then they'll just sit there and kill the battery versus writing all over the walls.
Yeah, right. And yes, I can do it one-handed. I don't know if I can get it back in the bag, though. Hold still. Almost.
The things we try to do to
I'm entertaining
keep
you
up
guys.
with ourselves.
I can't get that one. We'll come back to that one.
To put away the prize over here because she got distracted by light up pens.
Yeah, you know, shiny. Oh, Tony, you've been watching on YouTube. It is fun to press buttons. If I have a pen in my hand, I'm one of those annoying clickers, so, you know, I try not to walk around with a pen in my hand.
What's funny is so am I. And then Susan's like, would you stop? I'm like, says the annoying clicker.
Yes, well. Oh, thank you, Helen. New color this week.
All right. So, who's ready for new yarn? Well, new to you yarn. It's not new to me yarn. I've seen it before.
I'm ready. It's not new for me either, but I'm always ready for yarn.
Right? And this is like, you know, moderately quick project level yarn. This is a worsted weight yarn from Noro. This is Haunui, which is a 100% wool that is from a blend of sheep from New Zealand. It's like Romney and the Maori, I think it's Maori sheep. Can't remember the exact term for it, but all the colors of this line are blends of the natural sheep's color. So there are sheep that are dark chocolate. I've never seen one in person. I've seen photos of them. I want to meet a dark chocolate sheep.
I have seen the fleece after they're sheared. It was at a fair where my grandma used to live, and they were selling fleece, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
See, so proof that there is
size.
Naturally dark chocolate sheep. This is a worsted weight yarn, 440 yards per ball. So there are a lot of projects that you can get out of one skein. This colorway is color number 2, this really dark, rich color. I love that there's little like highlights of, you know, a little bit of lighter wool was in there. So you get like these little flecks of a brighter brown in there. And I may have gone a little nuts with the Ravelry rabbit hole this morning.
Natalie, it is actually soft, and it's even softer when it is washed. Hand washed, clarify there. Do not put this in the machine.
This is a yarn that you can felt with, so if you do want something felted, you then would put it in the machine. But if you do not want to felt with it, it is a hand wash, lay flat to dry. But, oh, I found so many projects this morning. This is Snow Globe by Tin Can Knits. This yarn is perfect for cables because the solid colors make for really good stitch definition. They did this whole new line where they did all of the photos in black and white, so you're not influenced by the color of the photo, which I think is really fun. But this one has this like squiggly traveling cable that is on a ribbed background that looks like it's a 2x1 rib in the background. So you get those gorgeous shifting lines. Because it's the ribbed background, that's going to make it more elastic than your typical cabled hat would be. And this one, the size range at the largest is just over half a skein, so you could easily make like a mom and me set or use your leftovers from a bigger project to make this one. But this would be a very fun hat to make. And their patterns are amazing. Tin Can Knits does an amazing job. And I love that they're always newborn to adult large. Like they cover all the peeps. Then if you have tiny humans to knit for, Baby Vertebrae is a mini version of a very, very popular sweater. What I think is great about this one, and this is coming from someone who doesn't have children, so this may be minutely clueless of me, but because it doesn't really have anything in the front, when they're crawling, they're not dragging your sweater through everything that's on the floor.
Very true.
So the sweater is actually going to stay nice a lot more because they're not crawling on it, but it's keeping the cool air off of their back. That was aggressive. So this one is about a half a skein to about 3/4 of a skein for the largest size, which is for a 2-year-old. But there are actually, let's see if they have the little like link over here for it. Ooh, it's way down. See, here's the mama vertebrae.
Oh, nice.
So there is an adult version as well.
It's a shrug top with a sweater body.
Basically, yeah.
That's cute.
And then this cutie, this is like clearly inspired by the Sophie scarf, by the shape of it, but it's this beautiful scarf with this really pretty lace detail on the edge. I think this picture shows the detail the best.
That is pretty.
But it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a 5-stitch little detail, so not a crazy amount to pay attention to. This darker color, at first I thought they put beads in it because of all the little white dots in the background. But just a really fun, easy scarf. They say only about 100 yards. So again, this is one you could use your leftovers in, or you could easily increase more and make it bigger to make it more shawlette-like.
Nancy, I think if all you want to do today is knit, that's all you should do today is knit.
I agree. Every once in a while, you should just have a day of knit. Or crochet. Just a day of yarn, really.
Yeah.
Petting it, playing with it, buying it, all the things. All right, the next shade down in the lineup is more of a, like, baking chocolate level color. Sorry, they're all shades of chocolate and caramel today, so you guys are going to get hungry. I'm just warning you now. This is color number 3. It is a little more kind of tweedy or heathered in the color. You can see the highs and lows in this shade a lot more than you can in the darkest one. I believe with this one they blended the dark with like the next shade down of sheep. Is it when you look at pictures of these sheep, there's like 3 different colors. And then so I think they're blending them together to get multiple shades, but this is undyed color. Tony, I don't have a link handy, but if I'm making you crave chocolate, we've got that too.
That is by French Broad, so if you search that, you will find it.
I cannot guarantee that it might not be a little melty at this point when it gets to you, but just stick it in the fridge when your package comes. I'll put it in plastic so it doesn't melt out into anything that it shouldn't. And it'll still taste delicious. It doesn't matter what shape it is. It'll still taste good.
It's still chocolate.
I'm like, I don't care if my chocolate has melted. I'm still going to eat it. Like, nope, don't care.
Oh, bye, Tony.
Oh, bye. Enjoy the grandson. All right, let me show you guys a couple more projects, I mean, we have to know what we're going to make out of the yarn, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this one makes me want to knit a new skirt. I haven't knitted a skirt in a while, and this one is calling to me a little bit, so it should call to you guys too. This is the Shakerag skirt, which has this really beautiful lace detail on the bottom. They look like leaves, like there.
It's like a fern.
So that's just at like the bottom, maybe 4 or 5 inches. And then I'm guessing by her little pins on the side here, she's probably marking her decreases so she knows how many of them she's done. So a little bit of waist shaping to make it more fitted around your hips, because you do want skirts to be a little bit fitted around there so that when it stretches out, you don't get baggy bottoms. But just a really, really cute skirt. It would be great in this yarn because then it's going to go with everything. And it has sizes for hip circumference of 33.5 inches all the way up to 66 inches. So I think that's a pretty good range. I love this. Knitted skirts are the new sweatpants. I agree. Skirts are like sweatpants for grown-ups because
they're sweatpants for work.
It's throw and go. Like skirts and dresses are throw and go. Much less work for getting dressed in the morning, and still really comfortable.
Nancy would love a class on knitting a skirt.
Okay, we will talk. Then we have this winter joy hat. I really like this one because it's like a twisted rib for a majority of it, but it has this beautiful spiral of a double moss stitch that goes around, like from the side to the front. So you get a little bit of interest without a ton of having to pay attention. And this one is another like half a skein at the most kind of project. Okay, this one, dot dot dash pullover. It's so cute and really, really easy. Like your color work on this one is just a little mosaic knitting. Like this one, she just did a little bit of a contrast color. This one, she did the whole yoke a contrast color. So like all sorts of different versions. It'd be really pretty to do like the darkest Haunui and the lightest Haunui. So you get that really good contrast. And this one has, let's see, she said extra small. Let's see, where's her sizes? That's all yardage still. 36 to 52 and a quarter. I really like that one. Well, Beverly said she has several knitted skirts.
Nice.
I have a few, but most of them are in a state of needing to repair because apparently I wear them a lot. One needs new elastic. One was seamed up the back, and the one should not use single ply yarn to seam with, and I did not know that, so my seam is coming undone. I have a repair pile that I'm avoiding. Does anybody else do that?
Yes.
Like, it would take me 15 minutes to repair some of these so that I could wear them again. And what do? Shove them in a bag and ignore them. Like a grown-up. All right, color number 4 is the next shade down in the lineup. You can see we're getting like an ombre. Lots more light, almost creamy white highlights in this one. Really, really pretty shades. Oh, Kate said yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good idea, Beverly. Using fingering weight yarn makes it not very heavy.
Yeah, I did have one fingering weight skirt. That was one of the ones that I mistakenly got rid of when I was bigger than the skirt. And now that I am now the same size as the skirt again, I'm like, why did I get rid of that? I really just need to learn to have a smaller sizes wardrobe and a larger sizes wardrobe because clearly this is going to change shapes. Pretty sure everyone else understands that struggle too. Like, I'm apparently still learning that don't get rid of it just because it doesn't fit right now.
I mean, at some point things have to go away, but
yeah, I mean, like the stuff like the pants I wore in high school, it's a good thing I got rid of those because those are never going to fit again because in high school I had no curves. I was straight, stick, nothing. So those pants, I'm never getting back in those pants, and trying to pretend that that is going to happen would be delusional. No,
right,
Natalie, don't. You guys always remind me about the it only gets worse. Like, stop that. Bad enough now. Okay, more projects for this amazing yarn. This is another one skein wonder level project, the Easy Peasy Breezy Cowl, which is not that easy to say.
I was going to say, why hasn't Karen done it, but it's because it's a tongue twister name.
Well, that would be exactly why she would do it, because some of her projects, I'm like, could you pick projects with easier names? But this one is 2x2 ribbing, an eyelet row, 2x2 ribbing as a checkerboard, an eyelet row, 2x2 ribbing.
Nice.
And it is literally a one skein because it's an infinity project or scarf. So it's 62 inches around. If you wanted to make 2 necklace length ones, you could cut the stitch count in half. You just have to make sure you still have a multiple of 4 when you cut it in half. So you may have to cut it in half plus 2 stitches or something.
Yeah.
If that sounds scary, I'll help you with the math. Don't worry. And it's a free pattern, so more money for yarn. Then this beautiful sweater, the Koran cardigan, it's all like rickrack lace. So you're getting eyelets everywhere because Vince. I love this picture. Like everybody who participated in knitting the sweater did a fun photo together. But I love that you can see all the different variations. Like she made hers longer. She made hers cropped. You can tell the gal in the pink made hers really cropped. Like all different adjustments. You can see these 2 did short sleeves. Others did long sleeves. So you can see the variety in the ways you can modify the sweater. And that one has sizes from a 34 to a 64. The bookish shawl. I mean, I know at least one person in the room loves Jennifer Wiseman patterns, and it's not me.
Yeah, I love her stuff.
Did you know she had worsted weight patterns?
I did not.
So this shawl kind of reminds me of that, not architecture, but the other one that's
in the
like
stacks?
it. Yes,
Yeah.
in the stacks. It makes sense because bookish in the stacks.
Right.
It's a theme.
Uh-huh.
But you've got some lace, some garter stitch, stockinette, increases down the middle and at the edges. And the lace isn't till the very end, so you get like just a little bit of super exciting stitching and then finish it off. And that could easily be modified to 1 skein. You just have to adjust, like I would adjust this big stockinette section right here to maybe half, whatever it takes to make the math work for the repeat, and make it 1 skein. Because why get another skein for 40 yards?
Because you want a big shawl?
Well, okay, there's that too. You could probably make it bigger too then if you wanted to use up more of your yarn. Or use the leftovers for a scarf, hat, cowl, etc. All right, there's more colors of this beautiful yarn, so I must keep going. All right, then we have this beautiful kind of more caramel color. This is about the shade that I prefer my coffee to be when I tell them a light splash of milk. This is what I mean.
Yeah,
it should look like
one.
this. No, that's a heavy splash.
I know. Give me a lot.
This one is color number 5. You can see it's got little flecks of the darker tone, highlights of the lighter tone, which is coming. I do have a few more patterns, but I'll show the last color first. This is color number 1, which is heavy cream in your coffee versus light.
I like a little coffee with my cream.
And I like a very little cream with my coffee. Just enough to take off that acidic edge, and then let's move on. So, this is the whole gorgeous ombre, which I cannot do like a line of because it would not fit in the camera. But the whole gorgeous line of Haunui in all of its gorgeous shades. And let me link a few more projects for you guys because Ravelry Rabbit Hole occurs every morning when Anna lengthens.
Trust me, it happens in the office also.
Yeah, I just don't witness that one.
No. You should go look at all the view patterns sometime after a video when I'm in the back. It's crazy. Ooh, that's cute.
The Aubrey vest, for those who maybe don't live somewhere quite as cold, like here, where, you know, you don't really need long sleeves. You just need a little cover-up. It's kind of like a small Ruana. I like the little side vents on the side, which means you only have like this much seaming to do. And that is 2 to 3 skeins.
I want to make that.
Right? Like ridiculously easy. Stockinette, garter stitch, or seed stitch edges. I can't tell because they used a very busy like tweed kind of color. I think it's seed stitch.
That was the color of my very first sweater ever.
Really?
Before Natique existed.
What's funny is mine was almost the shades of Haunui. It just was, cheap yarn. But it was like I blended like 4 colors of brown together to create an ombre in garter stitch. It was a terrible sweater. Then we have Fostering Warmth. If you need a quick, easy scarf, this is a good gifting one right here.
Pretty.
Easy reversible stitch pattern. Half a skein.
Nice.
All right, one more. This beautiful sweater with the fun like peekaboo lace in the back. It's funny, it almost looks like this detail is crocheted, but it's not. But look at these cute little like
How'd they do that?
rolls that you have here. Like they look like I-cord almost, but they're not. Like I don't know how they did that, but I'm very intrigued by this one. But see, doesn't it look like little crochet shells?
It does.
I'm like, tricksy, tricksy. But otherwise, other than this really cool pattern down the back, you have basic raglan shaping, nothing crazy. Oh, here we go. Here's one with the front. So you can see the front is totally plain, so you only have peekaboo in the back. Hold on.
And there she goes. And I can't reach the mouse, but it is a very cute. Oh, look, there's some detail on the shoulder. Look at that. That's cute. I think that's the increase line if we look at the shoulder on that one. So very cute.
Thank you.
It's coming back, I promise. Take a quick peek at the yarn again. I think if I did the vest, I would actually do that one, which is not my normal choice. But I like the dark one.
Okay, sorry to run away like right at the last minute like that. And then I'm going to link one more thing for you guys.
Okay.
Because there is a project, so I'm going to switch my pinned link. There is a project in the newest Noro magazine that I think would be perfect out of Haunui. Because the yarn that it's out of only comes colorful, so if you wanted a neutral, look at this sweater.
Oh, that would be gorgeous.
Is especially in the lighter shades, this detail would show really, really well. Still think they look like little martini glasses.
They do. Very cute.
But I was just like, that's the perfect project right there. Okay, let us go do a quick rundown of upcoming classes because there is a sample here for one of the
There is. You brought it.
now.
If you're doing lemon spritz, we still have some of the markers left.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't showed them yet.
Let's see. Well, it's not first up on the list here. So La Mer de Carré is first up on the list. That is coming up on Tuesday, June 27th, which is next week. So that'll be here before we know it. This one is a DK weight cowl that is going to teach you about doing a lifted increase that I kind of call it an afterthought yarn over because you do it after the row that you would normally do a yarn over on. You pick it up. So very cool trick on this very unique fabric where you decrease your stitches on one row and increase them on the next row, and somehow it doesn't end up a puckered mess. It ends up gorgeous. Then well, it's on the other side of the room, so we'll talk about that one last.
Okay.
On Friday, July 14th is the Casting on 3 Ways class on Zoom. So this one is 3 different cast-ons. There's a German twisted, a cable cast-on, and a new one that Danielle found that's really cool that is a super stretchy cast-on. So you're going to learn 3 different cast-on techniques in that 1-hour class. All you need is some spare yarn and some needles.
Pretty sure we all have that. But in case you don't, here's a set of needles.
Right? Then on, well, this one's on 2 different days. Knit Miss number 1 is the Splash and Dash Cowl. I should have the pattern up on Ravelry hopefully by the end of the week. I have it mostly done. I just need to put some pictures in there. We can always zhuzh it up with Boss Lady modeling pictures next week, but that way you guys can get like preliminary information. But this one is 1 skein of Barocco Dash, size 11 needles, and this really fun stitch where the color splashes happen for that assigned pooling technique. So you get like these, it's fun. Sometimes they stack to where it's the same stitch, so you get like these little lines, and then sometimes it splits off different ways. It's all just how the color lands. I even really like how the color lands in the ribbing, like that it made like these little polka dots, and that's just
awesome.
Pure luck with the way I did the ribbing. It's a different style of ribbing than just your standard knit one purl one. So in class we will teach you, we're going to have a link to, I haven't put it in yet, but we're going to add a link to how to do a garter tab so that you can basically get to wherever your first color splash is. And that way we can teach you the technique immediately on your project. Knit Miss number 2, the sample will be here tomorrow because it is drying, so Susan did not bring it in yet.
It's a little too wet. I know I bring them damp, but that one's too wet. Are we going that way?
Yep.
Okay, bring the...
I guess I shouldn't have set that down.
Yeah.
Then, huh? Okay. So then we have the Lemon Spritz class. If you haven't signed up yet, it's not too late. It starts Saturday, July 1st and has multiple sessions to get you through all of the techniques required to knit this beautiful sweater. So you have the little leaf tabs on the sleeves, you have raglan shaping, knit side, purl side, this beautiful leaf lace design, and then ribbing on the bottom. I did mine with a split hem because it's just much more comfortable to wear. And then you'll pick up and do the neckline. I modified it to be garter stitch because I did not like the roly-poly of the stockinette. I know what happened. I'm sorry. Did it stop working again?
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with my Bluetooth.
I'm not getting... Oh, I got microphone signal now. Technology. We'll just project.
We'll just yell for the last, 5 minutes of the video because I don't know what's wrong with the technology this week. It was working amazing last week. What is its problem?
Where's Mercury?
I don't know. I don't think that's actually a thing anyways.
I know.
If it is, it really needs to hold still. Okay, so last but not least, what are we wearing? I am wearing my Asbury Park shawlette. It is a very easy 1 skein wonder out of a fingering or sport weight yarn. I used Merino Cloud, my little gray braid scarf cuff because I like my scarves to stay in place. Of course, now I can't get it off.
Yeah,
you wrapped it. It is that kind of boomerang shaped shawl with lots of different stitch patterns. That there's eyelets, there's a little seed stitch, there's some drop stitches, mesh lace, a little feather and fan, and the pattern is written for beads, so you do not have to figure out where beads go. It tells you.
That's one of the...
This is one of the OIS Day colors.
Yeah, the technique, though, I'm trying to think. Spots.
Oh, spots.
Spots, yeah.
This is the spot dye technique. See, we just pin it back up, and voila. Then I will take the camera and show you guys what Susan is wearing.
All right. I talked about the linen version of the Firefly Fringe, and today I'm wearing it.
So it's got the fun little dash pattern there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, you can see the little ridges.
Yeah, and it's all written out for you where to do what, and self-fringing, which is the best.
Ta-da!
Pretty fun little knit. Looks great in blue heron.
All right, and that is going to be that today, you guys. Sorry for the technology acting up. I don't know what its problem is. But we will hopefully figure that out and get it working again. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.